The Great American State Fair took place from June 25th to July 10th, and it was filled with every type of drama and controversy you can think of. From extreme lack of turnout to extreme temperatures, it seems like every other day was plagued with some new bizarre issue. So we'll go through this entire clown show, and I'll show you the expertly designed prop decorations, the tasteful AI George Washington artwork, the Uncle Sam cosplay live streamer that got arrested for touching himself, and everything in between. Believe me. Feel free to skip ahead if you want to get started. I've got to plug a couple things. If you live in or near Chicago and or you like new music, please stay. I'm playing guitar with my brother's band Face Eater Tuesday night in Logan Square, Chicago. Our first show was last week and it went crazy. Here's a video clip. If you're cool and live near Chicago, we need you there. Details are here and on the Instagram page. Okay, now the other quick plug. Today's video is sponsored by Raycon. Now that it's summer, I'm constantly out running errands, biking, or just enjoying the nice weather. And no matter what I'm doing, I found the Raycon Essential Open Earbuds work for everything. The open ear design makes it so I can still hear the world around me completely clearly. They also sound great and are so comfortable I immediately forget I'm even wearing them. The earhook keeps them secure for every activity. I've been using my Raycons every day because they're so easy to throw on when I'm doing chores around the house or running errands. They pair with multiple devices and switch between them seamlessly, so I never have to struggle with reconnecting them. The 8 hours of playtime and 36 hours of battery life with the charging case means you can actually wear them throughout your entire day. Essential Open Earbuds are a great option for everyday listening. Click the link in the description box or go to buyraycon.com/AustinGreenOpen to get 20% off. Thanks to Raycon for sponsoring. Now let's get into the story. Okay, let's do this. The Great American State Fair took place at the National Mall in Washington, D.C. It ran from June 25th to July 10th as part of the United States' 250th birthday celebration. And the National Mall is not really a mall-type mall. It's kind of just an open area between the George Washington Memorial and the Lincoln Memorial. I think that's false advertising. Women are going to go there and be like, where's the shopping at? I thought it was a mall. Where's the shopping? Am I right, guys? Also, to give you an idea on how short 250 years is, there's a tea shop in Japan that's been open for 3 times longer than we've been a country. However, despite things being relatively new, everything's rapidly falling apart. Because before the Great American State Fair even began, a wave of music artists started dropping like flies. Out of 9 that were scheduled to perform, 5 of them confirmed they wouldn't attend the event. This included Bret Michaels, Martina McBride, the Commodores, Young MC, and Morris Day and the Time. McBride said she was asked to perform at a non-partisan event, but that turned out to be misleading. Hilariously and unsurprisingly, Vanilla Ice was the only performer to enthusiastically confirm his attendance, saying in a video posted to Instagram, "I'm tired of all the news channels dividing this country. This is not a political platform. This is celebrating America's birthday. Nothing too serious. Just enjoying some fun, dancing, and great memories." In response to the artist dropping out, Trump posted this, "I'm thinking about bringing the #1 attraction anywhere in the world. The man who gets much larger audiences than Elvis in his prime.
What?
And he does so without a guitar. The man who
Bro,
loves
what are
our
you talking
country
about,
more
man?
than anyone else. And the man who some say is the greatest president in history. The GOAT, Donald J. Trump, to take the place of these highly paid, third-rate artists and give a major speech, rallying the country forward like I've done ever since being president." All of this is just cope, obviously. But the Elvis thing is definitely a reach. Elvis was filling 60,000 person stadiums before that was a normal thing. Trump can barely fill a college basketball arena. The setbacks continue to pile up on the Great American State Fair. After multiple Democrat-led states refused to participate, North Carolina said the state would have to spend $100,000 to put on an exhibition on the National Mall. And the Massachusetts governor accused the president of trying to get money into his own pocket. Private sponsors decided to scrape together makeshift, underfunded booths for the missing states, which led to controversy surrounding the North Carolina booth, due to them displaying on a video board an image of a Confederate flag. But don't worry, it was rapidly taken down after being up for 2 days in a row. The fair finally kicked off on June 24th, with Trump's America is Back kickoff rally at the National Mall. Unfortunately, it wasn't the most electric speech. because multiple people reported crowds moving to the exits shortly after Trump started speaking. Opening day also faced severe power outages, which disabled the 110-foot Ferris wheel, spoiled refrigerated vendor food, and shut down the West Virginia booth due to AC issues. I'd like to point out that the prop design is actually some of the worst I've ever seen. It takes a real lack of any and all artistic skills to pull off something like that. There's also an AI photo of George Washington wearing sunglasses and drinking a cocktail on the wall in one of the booths. One attendee shared their experience on Reddit, writing that they feel like I accidentally stepped into the back rooms. It was easily one of the most bizarre, empty, and unhinged things I've ever seen in my life. The whole place had this eerie, dystopian vibe. Here were the absolute wildest highlights. The main stage. There were maybe 10 people total sitting in a massive area, watching Dr. Oz get interviewed by a Fox News anchor. The state booths. Calling these displays is generous. Most of them were just random folding chairs. My absolute favorite was the Massachusetts booth. The entire photo op behind the chairs was just an old creased road map from someone's car taped to the wall. The atmosphere, tons of preachers wandering the empty pathways, approaching the few attendees to ask, "Has anyone told you God loves you today?" and trying to get you to recite a blessing. The exhibit tents. Some of these were truly bizarre. There was a massive tent featuring various religious organizations talking about the end times, weirdly interspersed with booths giving out defense contractor merchandise, or a Truth Social booth where you could look at Trump's tweets on an iPad. The photo ops. If the MA map wasn't enough, you could also stop by the Fox News booth to get your picture taken on a replica set of Fox and Friends. 2 people on TikTok decided they had to go capture it for themselves.
We're going to see the American Freedom 250. I don't know, is it like a circus? Is it like a rally? Is it like I think it's a fascist fair. We're in hell. The Great Value Lumineers. Come on in. Oh. A stuffed footlong pretzel roll for $17.
Wait a minute.
A Nutella stuffed footlong pretzel roll for $14. Oh, and lemonade's $8.
Why did they fucking duct tape the 520 over the water?
It probably was $1. Then they were like, oh, inflation. Why not, right? Great. Hey, it's the price of gas.
Okay, closer. It looks like it's 3D, right? It's not. It's fucking flat.
It's what?
It's fucking
Got it. It's fake. Wait a minute. I didn't even notice that.
Look, bitch, it's fucking stapled.
Hello.
You know, I'm not seeing very many people here.
Oh, there's a group.
I mean, there's not much here. Wait,
It's looking pretty scant.
should we go to the Ferris wheel?
No. So after waiting in line for 3 hours because the line was just so long because the demand for Freedom 250 is so high, we are now stuck on the Ferris wheel. So we've gotten a lot of stairs here.
And we ain't talking about steps.
I don't really know. I think we stand out for a certain reason. Who the hell is Timu?
We're gonna go to Utah.
POP.
We have to.
Holding it down.
We're gonna go to Utah.
No, we're going to Kansas.
We can go to both.
No, we don't have time for that. We gotta
Well,
pick one.
we're already
now.
stalling, so I might as well go to both.
We're going to Kansas.
Oh, right. Oh. They're going to Kansas.
There you go.
Wait, this is crazy. I had a great time, didn't you? Papo.
The second day of the fair didn't go much better than this, because a pro-Trump live streamer named Gian Manny Ractelli was arrested by U.S. Park Police after he was seen filming performers and touching himself while watching a female acrobat troupe. He was also wearing a full Uncle Sam costume. That's a key detail. One person said he witnessed Ractelli vaping and filming the female performers before placing his hand inside his pants in what the witness believed was a sexual act. Unsurprisingly, other MAGA creators came out immediately to defend him, saying, "This is insane. The witness statements were obviously made up. just to have an America-loving patriot get arrested. The next week of the fair came with fresh drama. June 29th was the first Make America Healthy Again Monday, which got criticism for its irony of hosting a pancake eating contest, alongside stalls selling $23 turkey legs and $20 cheeseburgers. This is America. Meanwhile, Trump wasn't appreciating people pointing out the lackluster turnout at the fair. Writing, "Do you think people appreciate what a fantastic job we did in building and operating the Great American State Fair at the National Mall? Packed with happy people and everybody loving it? Ask yourself this simple question. Do you think that Obama or Sleepy Joe Biden could have done it? The answer is no, Obama." The Great American State Fair continued on, and it was all smooth sailing, fortunately, for about 2 days, because on July 2nd, a huge part of the main rehearsal stage collapsed, barely missing the dancers down below. At the same time, this whole reflecting pool situation has been taking place. I don't know if you've been following it, but it's also a clown show. My understanding of the whole situation is that Trump wanted to make the pool more blue, so they painted it. But then this created a bunch of algae across the whole thing. And then the water treatment for the algae made the paint flake off. So now the pool's still filled with algae, but Trump's blaming the left for poisoning the water and creating the algae, which has led to them putting a big security fence around the whole thing, while forcing National Guard troops to patrol the area, looking around for imagined anarchists. It's an actual circus out here. The next day, on July 3rd, the fair faced extremely high heat of over 100 degrees. Over a dozen people had to be treated for heat-related illness, and the fair was forced to close until after 5 p.m. Funny enough, I can barely find anything good or bad about 4th of July at the fair. So I'm just assuming it went fine, I guess. Good for them. Good for them. Later in the week, however, we got more hilarious content due to a lack of anybody attending. Meghan McCain kind of owned herself by posting, "So cool to host two-way TV app new game show, Race to Win, at the Great American State Fair today," with a photo showing her broadcasting to a crowd of 9 empty folding chairs. Why would you post this? The Great American State Fair came to a close on July 10th with a decent turnout. The main highlight being the crews that immediately came in to drain the reflecting pool so they can actually clear the algae, proving the president's highly publicized $15 million renovation didn't exactly work out. But that's everything I could find about what went down at the Great American State Fair. Now I want to know what you think about this entire thing, especially if you had the pleasure of attending this lovely celebration. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. If you live in or near Chicago and you're seeing this video the day I'm posting it, concert Tuesday night. It'll go insane, I promise you that. Thank you so much for watching today's video, and I'll see you in the next one.